Okay, so hello everyone. In case you're using Fedora or let's say just Linux in general, you might have come across Lutris. And for those who don't know what Lutris is, it's just I think it's just a software that is used to launch games, and it has amazing tools like this Gproton, where it improves the performance of running games, and like if you try to run games directly using Wine. It also enables you to configure like joypads and just many things like enabling Mango Hard on your games when you launch them or Gamescope, but I don't advise using Gamescope if you are using Gproton as the runner. The game won't launch most of the time. So what Lutris makes it possible is that you can configure all your local game files inside there and make them run just smoothly with the layer of Gproton. Makes it everything possible. And so in this video I'll just show you how you can set up Lutris and configure your system. That will be Fedora 43 because that is what I'm using now. Yeah, so I'm using Fedora 43. So how you'll configure Fedora 43 to install the necessary NVIDIA drivers or AMD drivers and all the tools that you'll need to run games smoothly on. So the first thing you'll need to do, so let me just go to my GitHub repo. I made a script that will smoothen that process entirely from the start to end. So if you go to set my profile, that is Otieno official, you can find this Fedora gaming Lutris, and what you have to do is just clone the repo, or you can just download it here to make the process faster. Then go where it is downloaded. So I think it's hitting download it. So here it is. Extract it, open it. Let me just do this. So open it inside VS Code. This way you can go through the documentation easily, or also run the commands from there. And like if you try inside the terminal, you only see command lines and nothing much. So if you open it inside VS Code, you have here the readme. Then you can go through it step by step, see what I added inside the instructions and what are the packages that will be installed, libraries, and how to run it better. So you have this command line on how to better run it. And for this video I'll just show you how to why is it not open? Yeah, so in this video I'll just show you how you can run the entire script quickly. Okay, so the first thing is to make this script executable, and what you have to do, just type this command. Then just take the name. Yeah, I think that's all. Then hit enter to make it executable. And once that is done, then but first, before we run it officially, just preview what the script will do safely. So what we do, just type sudo, and on that, then just paste the file itself. Then include this dry run. And I explained it inside the documentation. If you go through it step by step, is it? Yeah, so here is it. Print actions, but do not execute. This will just show you what actually happens in the background. Then if you run this, just enter your password, and it will show you. Let's go in details. So what it does at the first, it just checks what your specs are, and it will use that information to know what packages, or especially to determine if it will install NVIDIA drivers or AMD. And given that my system is NVIDIA, so it here highlighted as true, not AMD, it will configure the libraries that I need to make gaming much smooth and responsive. Then yeah, so here as you can see, I've already run this program before, so you'll notice that most of them just say already installed. Then if we continue, then you'll, yeah, so all these packages will be added. If you go, how is it? Yeah, then at the bottom it will install Lutris, and that is what we'll be mostly using for gaming, especially managing games that you installed locally inside your machine, not through Steam or anything. Maybe you sell the high seas and you want to play your games with no one harassing you and all that. Then once you run it, it will create some folders here, which I'll show you later on. Then at the bottom here, we'll just tell you what you need to do once the installation is complete. So you'll have to reboot, open Lutris, which will install the runners that you need, that is Proton G and Wine. Then I'll show you how you can add a game. Then what is it? I think that's the main one. So let's clear our terminal, then run the same command without dry run at the end. Then if you run, now it will show you everything. So what it does, it upgrades the entire system so that you have the latest drivers and packages. Yeah, so once the upgrade is complete, what it will do is just install the repository for the NVIDIA drivers. That is assumes that you're using NVIDIA. Then I think it will just install all the packages that I talked about earlier. So here they are. Most of them have been skipped because I already have everything set up. Then once everything is complete, if you're using NVIDIA, what you have to do is just reboot your system. The entire thing, just go here, and restart so that the NVIDIA drivers run properly. Then once you have rebooted, open Lutris. And what happens when you first launch Lutris is that the runners will be downloaded automatically. But in case they don't do that automatically, just go to preferences, then updates, then just check again, download updates and all that. So they'll just install them here, everything. And let me just show you what is being installed when you do that. The main thing that is being installed is gproton, which is just a layer that makes gaming much easier. And the good thing with Fedora is that it always downloads the latest one. So this is the latest one. You can see that there's some fixes that they made, like Neo 2 had some issues, so they fixed that, or World of Warcraft and all that, just to make gaming effective. And once everything is installed, the next part I'll show you just how to enter games, to configure games. If you look at my Lutris, I have amazing titles like Red Dead Redemption 2, the Resident Evil franchise, and Witcher. And to configure a game, that if you have installed the game at first, so let's say I have Sif. I think if you, okay, so let me just show you in case you don't know how to configure the game. So go to the game folder, this one, inside it open the terminal through it, so it will set up everything, then list every file. Then what you just using Wine is what I like to use, but I noticed that some people also, you can use here, where is it, install a Windows game from an executable. You can also use this, but I prefer using Wine. Don't know, maybe it's just I've been used to doing that for a while. So if I enter that, I'll have this one, so the game installation will start. So there's a bug with Wine some yeah, so here is the game, and my advice just always limits to 2 GB, because I think Fedora has this issue where it holds the RAM for some programs that I once launched, and at the back, look at that, 23 GB, all of it, and that might okay, the installer might assume that you have limited RAM. So what you have to do, just set it to 2, check that, then next, then for where you want to install the game, go to the folders that were created when you ran the script earlier on. So you go to home, go to your user where you want to put the game, then the games folder, then we have Lutris. So yeah, all the games, you select that, then there's no need to create a desktop icon because we'll be using Lutris to launch the games later on. So is it yeah, that, and you hit next. So I don't have a lot of space to install this game, so I'll just stop it from here. But once you've done that, installation will be complete. Then let me just exit this one, then close the wine server. Once the installation is complete, you'll find your games folder where you had saved them. If you used the procedure that I used, just go to home, then go to games, Lutris, and you get your games folders here. Then once you have installed, go back to Lutris. Let me just close this. Then you add a game, add a locally installed game, then tap that. So let me just use an example of an existing game. So let's say, okay, let me just remove this game first. No, I might mess it up. Just add that, add locally installed games. Let me just put random name. So the name of the game, select runner, always use wine. Then the executable, click that, go where the game is installed. So let's say which ISO you want to install. I think it's yeah, so that is it. Select that, then the working directory, just go where the game is, type that, then just hit OK. Then it is important to always set a wine prefix. The reason why is because sometimes you might be using a different okay, you might want to move the game to, let's say, an external storage, or you want to transfer it to somewhere else. If let's say you're using the default wine prefix that is always at the home directory, this one, you'll have a hard time making the game run somewhere else later on. And what the best thing to do, just go to the game, open where it is here, then create a folder here and name it. You can name it wine prefix or anything you want. So me, I already have this wine prefix folder here, so click OK, and I think that's it. You don't have anything else. All these one are automatically configured. Okay, so if you have an AMD GPU, I think the best thing to do is just set it on, toggle this on to get FSR. And let's say if it's an online, okay, so this is just, you want to be given online, so no need for that to set it anti-cheat or anything. Then let me see, enable feral game mode, that is a must. Also this pulse, let me see, I think that's all. In case you want to see the stats of your game, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you want to see the stats of your game, like the FPS, the RAM, and everything that is being used, toggle this on. But I normally don't toggle it on. Then once you are done, just click on save and the game will be installed here. Now if you want to get this cover art, what you do, go to configure, then you go here to identifier. To get the cover art, what I normally do, just search for the name. Okay, let's type the game name, then add Lutris at the end. When you type that, then the first link with the game name, always take this first, okay, this word here as the identifier. So let's say you want to change you want to get the art name and you had installed Sifu game. So do that. Okay, let me just copy this for later purpose, then press Sifu and apply. So you see the art has been added. You You can always change. Let me just change this back. The game I have. Yeah, then just hit save, and the cover art will be used. They are different for each game. So let's say Batman. Then yeah, so Batman Arkham Knight. Type this exact name inside the identifier to get the art. So that is for that. And once everything is set, just hit play. So it will just install some libraries. Make sure you're online with the internet. So it will install just some libraries, like a couple of seconds, then the game will run. Let me see. Let me try which game. Okay. No, this one takes quite. Let me just try this. Yeah, you can see the game is now running. Yeah, the game is running smoothly at an amazing frame rates. Okay. Yeah, so the game is set. You can play, but I won't be doing that now. I think that's all. So it's supposed to stop. Yeah, I think that's all. So to get the script, just go to my profile, Ejotiano official, then Fedora Gaming Lutris, and you can run the script on your end, and you'll have a really fun experience gaming on Linux Fedora. Yeah, bye.